Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Jen Neesett here, and I am coming at you sitting outside on this beautiful day, this evening that finally feels like spring. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but here in Northeast Ohio, the topic of today about ice cream is appropriately timed. It just has felt like summer or spring was never coming. I'm going to be talking a little bit about my struggle with ice cream as we get going here. So thank you guys so much for joining. I see Nicole. Feel free to invite some friends to join us. Really, we're going to be talking about mindset and an exciting new opportunity that I want to share with all of you about somebody that I've been studying from recently. But first of all, I wanted to just be honest with all of you and say, for real, I've not been too secretive about this, so many of you that follow me probably know I am definitely addicted to ice cream, and ice cream is something that definitely tends in my life to be a source of emotional eating or stress eating. It is something that we have in our house all the time, and except for Lent, we did try to give it up for Lent, and the struggle is real, and for a lot of people, emotional eating and stress eating is something that they really can relate to. If that is something that you guys relate to, drop a comment or an emoji or a thumbs up in the comment section below so that I can know who here is with me with this addiction to ice cream. Carrie says, yes, and this time of year, right, with softball games and with the nice weather, it just really seems like you have many more opportunities for this ice cream addiction. Well, that is the beginning of what I wanted to share with you guys. I have a special invitation for all of you that are watching. I have been studying recently the story of a woman named Alana, and I'm going to share her story with you. Alana's a registered dietitian, and she has lost successfully 100 pounds in her lifetime, and she has kept it off. But her struggle is real, and I think it's one that many, many people will relate to, especially many of the ladies and gentlemen that we coach as health and fitness coaches. She struggled her entire life with weight. At the age of 8, when she went for her well check, she was told by her doctor, her pediatrician, that her cholesterol and blood sugar levels were equivalent to a middle-aged man. And the issue was that early on in her life, her parents divorced at a young age, and she became a stress eater, a stress and emotional comfort food eater. So many people do that, and it became a huge problem for her. They moved around a lot. She just was in this vicious cycle of eating for comfort and eating large quantities of food, and in a family that didn't really know how to make better choices for her. And so at the age of 8, she went to her first camp, fat camp she called it, and she was there that summer. She actually loved it, and she lost, I think, 30 pounds. She lost 30 pounds that summer and learned some tricks to help get her, or some new habits to help get her on track. But when she would go back to school the next year, nothing changed. And so that's what I was saying in my the tagline to this video in my Transformation Tuesday. The theme really is, if nothing changes, you guys, nothing changes. And for this young girl, she learned some tools over the summer, and she was able to lose 30 pounds, and then she would go back to living life without really implementing or changing anything in her habits. Nothing would change, and she would actually gain 50 pounds. And she lived this way for years, depending on her summers to lose the weight, going back to school and gaining the weight. And until she finally made a decision, and it was about as she was going to enter high school. She was at her heaviest point ever. At the height of 5'2", she was 215 pounds. She'd lived her whole life in this crazy yo-yo diet cycle. She had studied a ton with registered dietitians, and so she got the inkling at that young age that that's what she wanted to do with her life, and she did. And so this woman has gone on to help hundreds of people, thousands of people lose weight and keep it off. And she has developed a program that really addresses the underlying issue for most people, and that is the mindset around these emotional eating, stress eating, social events, vacations. She's identified some things that really don't work for people, like calorie counting and restrictive diets, and identifying some real life tools that people can use to help them lose the weight and keep it off by shifting their mindset. So this is not a diet. She's very clear in what she's sharing with us, is that this is not a diet plan. There's no calorie counting. It allows for social eating and vacations, and if you can't cook and if you depend on carryout and drive-through, like reality, like busy running parents, reality. And so we are very excited to study from her, to learn from her, not as professionals ourselves, but to have somebody that is a registered dietitian that's going to be teaching us this. Super, super excited. So just some of her stats: when she first started helping people as a undergrad in college, or right out of college at UCLA, she helped her first group of people, and in about 12 weeks they would lose about 12 pounds. As she's worked more and more on her system, she's added closer one-on-one coaching for people. At that time, she had, in about 12 weeks, people would lose 24 to 25 pounds. And now, with the 1 year or so that she's been running test groups, more closely working with people and really refining what works and when do they need to talk about this, people are losing an average of 25 pounds in 8 to 10 weeks. And so if you relate to emotional eating, stress eating, the yo-yo cycle, if you're addicted to ice cream, and you know that you need to make a change, but you're not sure what to do or how to start, I'd like to chat. We actually have a free group happening this week where we are adding people to just get more information about this particular program that's going to be releasing soon, later this week into next week. And so if you would like information on how to get into that free group with no obligation except just to learn about emotional eating and how changing your mindset can help, drop me a comment below this video, or send me a private message if you feel more comfortable with that. Well, hola, amiga. I hope you are feeling better, my Marcella, who has a very big race coming up this weekend. Maybe, Marcella, when you are done with that race, you need to get into this group so that we can talk a little bit more about mindset and emotional eating too. But now you just need to be eating good food to fuel your body for that race. So thank you guys for watching. Feel free to share this with your friends. It is my plan to bring you, and my intention to bring you Transformation Tuesday episodes, usually around noon on Tuesdays, and really just to share my tips for living a healthier lifestyle. And my friend Cherise says, yes, well, yeah, I think that Alana would say yes, that you can have ice cream, because I don't think she restricts it. I think you just have to pay attention to how your body reacts to that. And I actually just learned that there's a really good ice cream. My friend Debbie LaFawn says that Giant Eagle has a non-dairy version of Moose Tracks, which that is like my love language. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, if you have a favorite ice cream flavor, you could drop that in the comment section below. Mine is definitely Moose Tracks. Chocolate Moose Tracks is the best. So thank you guys so much. Until next week, have a great night.